Peace and blessings, everybody. It's your girl Wendy Zizzo here with Kirk the Jerk. Nappy Ray, he gonna jump on at some point. He gonna come jumping in on us. But we are Awareness Academy 411
Peace and
here to
blessings.
give you the 411 on what's going on in the world. Give y'all 2 cents. Drop a little bit of knowledge on you. Not even worried about the dollars. I mean, we want the dollars eventually, but I'm
Hey,
just
give me
saying.
the money,
It's
my
all for
friend.
educational purposes only, people. So don't try this at home. And if you do, it's on you. And yeah, just we're here for another episode. What's up, Kurt? Hey, 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 hello.
Because we are the Winners Academy
We are
401, yeah.
Awareness Academy, but so Red is gonna jump on. And in the meantime, we still have his sound off. So let's start off with the sound off, and let's go in.
Today's topic on Sound Off. Peace and blessings. Today's topic on Sound Off on C June Production. I want to talk
I will
about
always say.
online dating. I see a lot of people prefer going online to find a date. But do you do background and criminal checks on these people before you go on a date or get in a relationship? What's your thoughts and comments on that? Sound off on that.
Yo, I'm so happy for this sound off for so many reasons. So he's
that's
saying,
a
so he's asking, um, paying for the first date. That's what he said, right? I
yeah.
kind of got a little off, but um, for one, oh man, which angle do I start at? Actually, you start on this one, Kirk, because I have so many different angles to come at this one. I want to hear what you got to say first.
Um, we could go on the first date. I think a man always should pay. As simple as that.
I agree.
A man should always pay. Because he's trying to court. Because nowadays people don't do courting no more. It's like that. That's like a thing of the past. So it's like I don't have a
No, I'm not.
problem.
I'm not going to claim that. Because it still exists. It does. It's not completely
You got a lot
gone.
of guys like, yo, you think you could do Dutch with me?
But
Like,
that's a percentage because I want to give the credit that there's more men out there than there are males. So maybe we're just
that
hearing the
sound good.
males louder because the males they're the ones bitching more. They're the ones that are yapping loudest, and the men just stay quiet. You know why? Because the masculine does not argue. The masculine does not itch and complain. He just does what he got to do. So I'm gonna claim that there's men out there that understand that yes, you're supposed to pay for the first date. Like it's cut and simple. I mean, we could even compare this to nature because we technically are nature, right?
Yeah,
The
that's true.
male is always going out of his way in some way, shape, or form to impress the female. And
Hmm.
either she could choose to choose him or not. He could put on the whole show. And she's still like, nah, I'm good. Or there's animals they fight to the death type thing. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
just like how some males want to say that a woman has certain roles and because women could have babies and she should have babies, well then if that is our anatomy and what we are, right, then you
Yeah.
need to stand into what you are, which is the giver and the performer and the provider and the one that is supposed to take care of the woman. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Yeah. I mean, old school wise, but I guess when it comes to like black relationships, I think the dynamic is a lot more different now. I think
There's different
I
races all doing the same thing. I ain't gonna just
no
put it
no
on.
the reason why I say it's different, I'm talking about from an economic standpoint because we know that black men don't make more money than they queens. And a lot of us don't even make more than 50,000 a year. So when you look at it from a
See,
big scale like that,
I
more
could
than
give my
likely
two
we're gonna
cents on
come
how a man
across.
could fix that, but go ahead.
No.
Well, not fix it, but a
It's a lot
solution.
deeper. It's a lot deeper than education because you got a lot of people with master degrees make less money than me with
That's
a high school
true.
diploma. Working at a job that I work at require a high school diploma, and it doesn't require anything more than that. So it's like education used to be. I want to get back off a track, but education used to be where it was where with education equals good opportunities financially. Not
Hmm.
so much. Not so
Oh, that's
much.
that's a whole nother system
Oh,
that
this
we
is
ain't gonna.
Red calling me right now.
There you go. Tell
Hey,
him to
what's
jump
up, Red?
on,
You able to
man.
jump on real quick?
Tell him let's go.
Oh shoot! Damn.
Oh, Red, he busy, man. He's a busy man.
Oh my God.
That's a lot of concerning words. I hope he's okay.
Oh, you say like 40 minutes away? Oh, well, stay on
Nah,
the
see,
phone. Stay on the phone real quick, cause I could plug you in. Even plug you in while you're just chilling. You could just talk on the phone if you don't mind, unless you'd have to do something else. Oh shit! All right, call me back. Call me back once you get it. Let me know you got it safe. All right.
yeah, let him be in his travels. We got on a little early today, so we gotta, it's our fault. My bad, Red. So, but back to the conversation, because I know you
Yeah.
over there communicating with Red, but I can keep the conversation going for our listeners. But
Red, I'm gonna hit you back. All right.
this is live and direct, people. We're normal
Yeah,
people, y'all.
yeah. We normal people. We do
we're
normal
normal
things.
people that work for a living and pay bills, but we have a lot of information that we've accumulated over the years, and we're successful in our own rights. And because of that, we are here to share this information with y'all. So
Oh, let me get back to my point, because
go ahead.
I didn't even
Don't
finish
if
it.
you ain't forget, go ahead.
Nah, I'm kind of like sort of didn't forget. Well, basically what I was saying before, when it comes to financial aspect, out of every when it comes to black men and women potentially dating a black man, the likelihood of you finding a man makes the kind of money you make is more slim, because black women are more educated, and over this time they've been in more positions, putting themselves out there to get better opportunities now. And a lot of black men is not even going to school, or not even trying to better themselves in certain cases. And then sometimes the cards stack up against them. Who knows? Maybe they got a record, depending on what city you're in. And even if they do have a job, the job is not going to pay enough. And
Well, there's other ways to support and provide for a woman. It doesn't always have to be monetarily. And this is one of the things I want to stress to men out there, to males especially, that think that it's all about money and that women just want money. No, we don't. We want to feel safe. We want to feel secure. We want to feel like the person that we're with is going to be that lifting, and if we need to fall back on someone, or something, that you're there. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like men that don't make enough money, they if they feel they don't make enough money, then you need to go work on yourself. Take that time, that extra time, or whatever it is that you're doing. Like, even whatever you're working, like, start listening to self-development shit and become a better person.
I'm gonna challenge you. Some people are just not. It's just not gonna make enough money.
That's
it's just
fine,
life.
but that's
meaning,
okay.
No, meaning
that's
that,
fine. But
that everybody's
not
meant to make good money. And once you understand that, would you date?
I'm not
Now, for you, would you
that.
date a man? I gotta challenge you now. Would you date a man make less than you if he got everything else?
Would I date a man that's making less than me, but he's been maintaining himself by himself?
Yeah.
For years.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And he knows, and he's responsible with all his stuff, and he's also supportive. He's like my biggest fan, you know what I mean, in terms of, being one of the first people to cheer for me, you know what I mean, that wants to push me to be better, to push me to continue to do more, wants to help me do things. Like, I could change a tire, but I shouldn't have to. I could take the garbage out, but I shouldn't have to. I could go food shopping, but I don't. If we live together, I shouldn't always have to. You know what I mean? It's like, find your purpose in a woman's life. It's not always about money. Not all women are money focused. I can speak for definitely say I'm not.
No. So what I'm saying is that, and he has no ambition to make more than what he's making, because he's comfortable where he's at.
If he's comfortable with what he's doing and he's happy and he can still make me happy, then fine.
Yeah.
Because
but a lot of people are like, oh, if he can't,
I
can't do
for,
this. I'm not
going to speak for all women when I say this, but I'm going to say that sometimes I just want to know that somebody's responsible enough to hold it down. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to make a whole bunch of money. Like, if you're making 60, 70,000 a year,
No,
even
what
if
if
you're
you're
making
not the average man?
40,000
The
a
average
year.
black man don't even make that. They make around 42,000,
So
and that
that's what
they.
I just said 40. If even if you're making 40,000, if you're making it work, right? And you're also my support system in other ways,
Can I make it a
then
little bit more
okay,
extreme?
fine.
Let's say if he lives in a room for rent, he live in a room for rent, and he don't have a driver's license, but he's a very sweetheart. He's a
If
very
you don't
nice
got a
guy.
driver's license, we got a problem. No. I'm a hold up. Then that means you're not responsible.
That he could. That's not true
No,
because there's a
no,
lot of
no,
successful.
no,
It's
no.
people that even
You
make a lot of
cannot.
money
No,
that don't
absolutely
have a
not.
license.
Absolutely not. The only way that somebody can sort of get away with not having a driver's license is if they live in Manhattan, the Bronx, and Brooklyn. If you
So what
live
if
in
you live in the
Queens,
Bronx?
you better have a. I'm not even messing with nobody from the Bronx.
Oh
Hell
shit!
no. There's something in the water out there, and no, 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 no. The Bronx, no, absolutely not. And but my point is that men that don't make or don't feel like they make enough money, work on yourself. Become a
Yeah.
better person. Become a better person for yourself and become a better person so that you can actually provide for a woman in other ways. There's other
Yeah.
ways to provide for a woman. It's not just about money. You know what I mean? Like there's even men out there that wind up being the stay-at-home dad while the woman is out there working, right? And
Oh
it
hell
works
no.
because not only is he holding the household down, but when she come home, he's there for her too. You know what I mean? He's not all salty about like, oh, I was here all day with these kids, and now there's none of this, because it's like one of the things I
Shit. I
say,
wish I could be a
this
stay at
is
home.
me. I don't believe in saying that we should have roles. I think using the word role, if you just think of the definition of a role, which is you're playing a script of something, you're playing some type of character. In my
Yeah.
opinion, it should be purpose. Serve your purpose. Your purpose can be anything at any moment, at any time, to whatever the situation is. You know what I mean? Your purpose can change from moment to moment depending on what's happening. You know what I mean? Like even women out there that choose to be childless. Okay, fine. A purpose for you could be to help support women that do have children in some way, shape, or form, or do things for the community that women with children cannot do. You know what I mean? Like, but get involved in some way, shape, or form. Or even it doesn't matter. How you live your life. Just create a purpose. Serve your purpose. If you see a problem, become the solution.
Now,
Solve
now,
it.
now, I gotta pick your brain more.
Go for it.
Would you date a person that's very intelligent, right? But he doesn't have a high school diploma. Very intelligent though. Don't make decent money, but have a decent, comfortable job that pays enough just to sustain his financial living, and he doesn't have a driver's license.
No. Well, as soon as you say no driver's license, no, because I'm
But
not doing all the
that's
driving.
like
I'm not doing
so
that.
many New Yorkers
Well,
though.
I
Some
was
people actually
okay.
make a lot of money with no
You
license
can't
too.
ask me necessarily because I'm not in my 20s. You know what I mean? If I was a young girl and I'm in my pick Misha phase, where I need to be with somebody so bad that I'll accept anything, then okay, yeah, but no, not at this age, not at this experience level that I'm at. No, and that's just my standard. I can't speak for other women. There's other women that would accept that, and there's no problem with that. You know what I mean? Somebody had to be born to do it. It ain't gonna be me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not hating. I'm not downplaying nobody. If that's what you choose, then that's what you choose. I feel like as long as everybody's just doing what they can to make shit work, then do what you got to do. As long as you happy with each other, y'all have more fun times than bad times. Y'all know how to properly work through your problems. Y'all know how to communicate with each other. Sometimes money ain't always it's not always about money.
Yeah.
Like the best things in life are free, and I'm gonna always feel that way. Seriously.
Now we'll switch gears. Check this out.
Would you date a girl, or would you be with a woman?
I saved a lot of women, so I date poor, rich. It don't matter.
No, I'm saying that's
as a
somebody that
man.
makes way more than you, that has
I
way more
did.
things than you.
I
She has a private
I
jet.
dated two
She
people.
got houses.
Yeah.
She's rich.
No, not houses, but I dated somebody that was married to. I dated a woman that her father was a billionaire.
Okay, so
Yeah,
but
that was
I'm
awkward.
saying like she got all the money. She's
Yeah.
paying for everything.
I'm
taking
gonna
y'all
give you.
places. Like
I'm gonna give you somewhere for maybe
you
feel
wouldn't feel
comfortable.
emasculated, you
Nah, of
know.
course not. I want you to spend all that money on me. I'm a hobo. Give me all that money. Give me the money. You got it? Because I went to a restaurant. She said, "Oh no, don't worry. I'm gonna take care of it." She said, "Trust me, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it." So I'm like, fuck it. I'll go.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the restaurant, French restaurant in the city. Bottle of
So why did
champagne.
that end in?
Well, because she was controlling. And that's what happens when some people are successful and got money
And
or
that
come
goes
from a
for
successful
men and
background.
women. Men
Yeah, it goes
become
both. That's 100%. Both men and women have
both
that
men and women
sense of
could
it,
be
sense of
controlling having
control
money.
because they feel like,
Word.
well, I'm the one that got all this money, so therefore I need things to go my way,
It's
and
just
that's
like how
crazy.
people are when it comes to buying stuff, right? They think
Yeah,
because they have money that they can treat people any way they want to.
that's true.
You
Yeah,
know what I mean? So they feel like money makes them, and it
yeah,
doesn't. Money doesn't make you. Money enhances who you already are.
yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't like change you. Just like if you're a jerk, it's gonna make you even more of a jerk. If you're a good person, it's gonna make you an even better person.
What you
You know what I
think
mean?
about? And I totally was trying to think. I almost lost it. But what do you think about the situation with Diddy? A lot of people say, "Oh, he
Ooh,
got 4 years."
Diddy.
I kind of expect that
So
already
no,
because
it's
they
four
was talking
years and
about
two
that.
months minus the time he already did.
Yeah, so
Right. So
he'll
he's
be out
only
in 28,
doing
end of
what
28.
3.5 years, if
Yeah,
that.
he'll be out at the end of 28. He'll be out the end of 28, and he probably not even gonna be out 20. He probably be out 27 or 26 ish. He probably only do like a year, another
I'm
year,
actually
and the reason
surprised
why
he got some more time because I thought they was gonna let him out, after they smacked him on the hand. But I think he needs some time in there to think about his life.
he gonna get here's what a lot of people don't know because everybody keep on, this is why I hate when people don't understand it. I've been in all prison systems. I spoke in there, so let me tell you something. When it comes to the feds, they do have ways to get out early. One of the ways in which he should qualify for is drug program. The reason why is because he was drugging people, taking drugs, and all that stuff. All the stuff
I
came
don't
out,
know.
so he's a perfect candidate
Mm-hmm.
for the
For a
drug
drug
program. No, they have to
program.
give it to him. They have to. He's a first offender. He's a first. It's not like he's in state prison where they have the shock program. No, he's actually in a federal pen. In the federal pen, that's the only thing that can get you a reduction in sentence from 50 months to probably 30 months or something like that if he goes in the drug
Well, I
program.
mean,
But the drug program is for a whole year though. You have to do like at least 12 months. So he's still gonna do.
he's still gonna do at least a year or two.
He should at least do the drug program because he does that, then he get a reduced sentence, and then that's it. He's straight.
I mean, I definitely think he deserves it. At the
He may
minimum.
deserve it, but I don't think when he come home he's gonna continue the same behavior because you know what it is with behavior. If it doesn't get checked, it gets worse. And right now his behavior just got checked. Now he know how severe things are. Ain't no, come on, he been gone for a whole year. You think he ain't like, oh my god, yo, this
I
is
don't know.
nuts?
Once a special person, always a special
That's
person.
not
Like I
true.
think
That's not
I
true.
don't
Then
think
we
he's.
then we
I think
when we lock
he'll
people
come
up, we should
back.
just keep
Wait,
them in there. Then
no, he'll come back, right? And he'll be good for a few years. Then he'll start his
nah,
shit up again.
no, because remember, Diddy's getting old. Soon his dick ain't gonna be working anyway. So let's be realistic. So a few years is just all he probably got. He
Oh,
already in his
terrible.
50s. He already pushing that age when soon everything start declining. Because right now he's a sexual demon. But all that shit is gonna die down because he ain't gonna be like that
I
no
don't
more.
know, man. Listen, once
Yeah.
once the way he is, his personality type, those type of people really don't change. They change. If they do change, they just
Yeah.
change how they do things. You know what I mean?
That
Like
could be,
I
but
can I can see him going so much into like, okay, so these are all the rules and these are the things I can't do. All right, I'm gonna find loopholes and how I could do X, Y, Z. Like he's gonna be more cunning when he comes out.
or when he come home, he just go to another country.
Yeah, he's gonna go hang out
He
with
could
Russell
go.
Simmons.
He could go hang out with Russell Simmons, and they got plenty of lady boys over there he could play around with. They got
Woo-wee.
lady
Don't
boy
get
and
me
lady
started.
boy.
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna say I ain't even gonna go there.
What you
Shoot,
think
but nah,
about
I mean,
Ice coming to Bad Bunny? Ice say they're
it's
gonna be
funny
there, so
though
Bad
that
Bunny
he
say
he he
he ain't gonna
made
perform.
he had already booked speaking engagements in Florida and Miami, I think,
Uh,
for next week or something like that. But nah, Diddy, you staying in jail because Diddy did it.
Yeah, I knew he should have known, and I think we all knew that he was gonna get like around 3-4 years. And the reason why we say that is because they was talking about that a couple of months ago. Like when everything went out, they was talking about he looked like he probably gonna get he not gonna get no 20 years, obviously. And I knew he was gonna get the 11 years. I was saying around 6 or 7 years, but he got 4. So all I'm saying is that he gonna be on a microscope anyway, because you once you leave the feds is it. You can never fuck up again because they watching you. I'm talking about down to your IRS
That's what I
taxes.
said. He's gonna
So
become more
that
cunning in how he does
I
what he
don't
does.
or maybe he changed. Maybe he changed. Remember his tool everything. See, here's the thing with men, and this is a lot most men, not all, most. No, this is most men. Everything we do, a lot of us is motivating our dick, right? So as he get older, his tool is gonna stop working. So he's gonna be a docile man anyway. He's gonna be more docile. Like if he's
Maybe,
not,
or he'll just
because
change his kink.
no, think about it. If your sex drive is gone, what's the point of these sex parties? The sex party is only good if your sex drive is good. You think Diddy gonna be paying to get
I
everybody high and
mean,
drunk
what's
and
his
his dick don't
name?
work?
Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner went till he was wrinkled as hell.
Yeah, but apparently he was having sex with them for a long time until he died. They said his dick was working the whole time. He had those young women, so he was using Viagra and all that other stuff. So he really was having sex.
Listen,
Yeah.
listen. Where
His
there's
old
Diddy,
prune
there's a
self was
way.
doing it.
I'm
Yeah.
listen. The best thing to say is we'll see what happens in a couple years. That's all I gotta say
trying to
about
say
that.
they
But
trying to say
that's my
Cassie should get
prediction.
something too. They try to say Cassie should get something too. I'm like, damn, niggas, yo, the internet is rude. And it's not even so much men, it's the women going hard. I'm like, damn, sisters is going hard against sisters. They said, yeah, she should get it because everybody's watching DJ Vlad and they was talking about how
If
all the sex
Cassie got
workers.
anything, I think if Cassie got anything, I think she should be in like a rehab and something to just help
She already did rehab
rehabilitate her.
already too. She already
All right,
did
so
all
then
that stuff.
she did what she was supposed to do. Like there's nothing else that she could do. Going away to jail for what? For getting involved with somebody that like coerced her into being a certain way. I mean, yeah, she followed it. Yeah, she made the choice, but she was also very young, naive, and let's be real. I'm gonna bring science into this one, right? Biology. Your brain isn't fully formed until you're like 26, 27 years old, right? So a lot of the decisions that you're making before that is more off of feeling, and it's not full on logic, right?
I think that's all. I think that's what women all the time, no matter what age.
Well, that's anybody. That's men and women. That's men and women. I mean, women do usually mature before men. However, when you're young and you have whatever traumas going on with you and whatever situation you're in, and especially he's Puff Daddy and you trying to be the a pop star or a singer, of course you're gonna just bend to his will. Any woman in her position would have done the same damn thing and needs to really stop acting like they would not have.
But to be honest with you, if she was brought up with better values or whoever her family was, she would have walked away. At some point, she would have said, "You know what? I walk away, no matter."
Well, that's why I said it.
She has family, but
we don't know what situations
it
and what
it might have been toxic.
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
But I agree, but that's what I'm saying. Like we don't know what situations or traumas that she felt like. I mean, I know when I was her age and when she got with him, I was doing stupid ass things as well. You know what I mean?
But at some point,
I made a choice.
When do you take, like, for example, she was younger. Once she got older, at some point, when the victim become the villain, because here's how it works. If somebody come from the hood and they're a product of the environment and they go through all kinds of situations, right, and they end up committing crime, you're gonna want them to go to jail, right? But because somebody's was a victim, and they was a victim first, remind you, they was a victim first too. So they got angry and they got revenge. Now they're going to jail and they're paying their time. So what is the consequences for somebody that was younger, that molded and shaped into who she is, but nevertheless, how long you could be a victim for when you orchestrated some of the stuff? At some point, you're a villain too. Let's be realistic. This might be a sex thing. We could just talk about any other aspect of any other situation, but yeah, I would like to say that. Yeah, at some point she was a victim, and at some point she was a villain.
Wait. So would you say that people that are in the military should be put in jail for killing people?
Yeah. No, I'm joking.
No, I'm saying like if you've been trained and molded for war and orders, right? and you've gone out, and you could still make the decision not to do it.
Yeah.
Right, but you do it. Should they be punished?
As far as you coming out
It's
the
the same
military
type of
and killing
situation.
somebody?
It's the same type of situation.
No,
You're put into a psychologically damaging and mental shaping, conditioning.
But you still go to jail, though. You still go to jail. If a military person come out, combat vet, and he has mental issues, and he go out there and commit a crime, he's still liable for his actions.
I'm saying without committing a crime. I'm talking about actually actively in the military, and you out there going on the front lines, and you shooting and killing innocent people, or you killing anybody.
No, that's war. That's different. That's different.
No, it's not.
For one thing, you didn't ask. You signed up. You signed up for that. That's different. You said, "I'm gonna go to the military."
So did she. She signed up for the conditioning.
Yeah.
Just like they in the military signed up for some type.
What she signed up for is illegal. What he did is illegal. He went to the military.
She signed up to become.
For the government.
She signed up to become a singer. She signed up to become famous. And people that sign up for the military, they sign up for mainly for education, for money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like that's what you're signing up for.
But the whole thing is, that combat comes with it.
So you're gonna do what you're told, or else you will not get these benefits.
Yeah.
So again, those people that were conditioned, they signed up for it, and they were put through a whole bunch of mental conditioning to make them a killer machine. What is the difference when somebody is same age, young, 18, 19 years old, put into a situation with somebody where they were now mentally conditioned to be in a certain way, and they're getting rewarded. Hold up, they're getting rewards. We're talking psychological type of things right now. Like this is something that even affects the way that your brain is formed and the way that you make your decisions because of a level of conditioning with reward and punishment and reward and punishment. This is reinforced into your mind. So it's not even there comes a point where it's not necessarily about, oh, I can make this rational choice. This is all that you are.
But it's,
you know what I mean?
It's opposite situations. Like for one thing, you sign up for the military. Everything you're doing is legal under the laws and guidelines of the military.
Really? Because they smacked the difference on it. I'm talking about the action period.
It don't matter about the action. It matters about what's right, what's the law, and what's not the law. Military is required to keep our existing here in America. So
they could easily turn around.
Whether they out there killing people and stuff like that under the direction of the government, that's what they're required to do. Now she signed up for the lifestyle, and then once she started to realize, wait a second, she didn't know that the
lifestyle was going to be that way.
No, but once she started to see that, it was crazy.
She's not going to leave now because she already signed up for it.
But it's not because she signed up for it. You know why people don't leave? It's because of money. Their lifestyle.
Exactly.
People sign up. You sign up for the lifestyle, and the lifestyle comes with a lot of shit. You could have left.
It's the same concept. It's the
military
same
is different. You already know what you're getting yourself into. You know that you might get the war. You don't know. No. The reason why I say it's not the same is because on one end, you know exactly when you sign for the military, you go through a lot of different tests. They tell you
don't know if you're going to get sent to the front lines.
They tell you that They tell you that there's always a possibility, even if you're a weekend warrior. They tell you there's a possibility that you might be deployed, and even if you're reserve, you still could get deployed. So first of all, you have to sign a contract. So they know clear, and not only that you sign a contract, they tell you X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z, so you won't just be signing your life away. No, they're gonna tell you everything that you're doing by signing this contract. This is what can happen. Now the difference with her is there's no contract, maybe a verbal contract, but you don't know contracts. But you don't know what's gonna happen. The only difference is you don't know what's gonna happen.
So she signed production contracts, right, in order to get funding.
And she sucked as an artist though because he put it out there. He wanted to make money off her.
These are the unspoken contracts with the music business. That's why I didn't blow up. Is because I refused to sign those unwritten. The paper is not in front of your face, but you know what it is. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like she might have had an idea, like, all right, I might have to, sleep with somebody to get somewhere, right? And there ain't no person on this planet that wouldn't think that if you're gonna try to get into the music business, that's gonna be in there in some way, shape, or form. Like that's a given.
That was a culture back then, and that was a horrible culture because no woman should have to go through that.
But my point is
not
that
really not like that.
You
now.
have an idea.
Like before. People coming to the
you
labels
have
now
this
with their own
idea that you
audience.
know that these things
Yeah.
could potentially happen once you sign this thing, right? Now,
Mhm.
you say she sucks at as an artist. Let's say after her first album,
I
she
didn't
could have
say
just
it. The people when it was breaking down when it was breaking out Cassie, and it was put out that one song that she did, and then when
Me
she
and You
would a
was
lot
her first hit.
no, even better, a live stage performance, and when she had to sing a cappella, they know she realized she could. They realized she can't sing.
Okay, so wait a minute. Now that puts her in a desperate space with her career.
It made her, and here's the thing.
It made her
I know
desperate in her
at some
career.
point.
So now I'm willing to do whatever it is that I gotta do. Just like
But
there's these women that get surgery
But
and
the
they
only
will
difference,
modify their body in order to, and that's another thing I was not trying to do.
remember this. At some point, she could have. At some point, I like to think, because I don't know what's in her head. At some point, she could say, "You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna disappear. I'm gonna leave. Whether I'm scared
No,
or not, I could leave." But
it
the whole
don't.
thing
It
is the
no.
reason. No. But here's the thing: the reason why she won't leave, because
Mhm.
she's wearing $10,000-$20,000 sweaters and
There's a reward for
bags
the
and all kinds of
punishment.
stuff.
Yes,
No, it's not even about reward and punishment. It's just the fact that
that
she
is
knows if she
exactly that.
leaves, she knows she leaves, she can be poor, she can be back home with her mom. No type of lavish lifestyle, no
Is
walking
there
on red
people out
carpet.
there that can
So
comment
it's the
on
truth.
what we talk about right now?
It's
Y'all
the
need to
truth, yo.
comment on
A
this
lot
one
of people
for real.
like a lot of people like the lifestyle. I understand that. Yeah, you getting beat up.
Yes, that's
At
the
some point, you like, I'm
reward.
not leaving this lifestyle. Look who
The
I am. I could.
lifestyle is the reward, though. You'll take the punishment to gain the
And who
reward.
afforded that at some point? Once you get a certain age, you gotta know something.
No. Once you're conditioned to do something, yes, you
Yeah.
could make a decision. Somewhere in there is a little Jiminy Cricket on your shoulder saying, nah, I really shouldn't be doing this. This is wrong on some point. Just like those people that are out there on the front lines in other countries shooting people. I know at some point they had a thought that this was wrong. But if I don't follow these orders, I'm not going to get this reward. And that reward is to get what I signed up for, right?
No,
so it's
that's
the
not.
same
But they're
concept.
not. But they're not looking at. See. Well, at least some military personnel is not looking at it as a reward. They're looking at it as, I'm defending my country by me doing this.
That's a reward.
That's the brainwash.
That's
by
but
me
that
doing this.
that is the reward. That's the inherent reward.
But that's not
pride.
considered a reward. You're looking at it like, I'm doing the right thing. I'm defending my country. You're not looking for
That's
a reward.
a reward. That's
You're not
still
looking
a
for
reward.
If you're defending your country and you saying, by me doing this, it's going to protect people from
All
coming
right,
to
so
America.
No. So I know people that were in the military, right? They left because they started to see that what they was doing was not defending the country. So they left. Because these people actually had a conscience enough to say, you know what? I'm not being used to defend my country. I'm over here being used for some other stuff that I don't agree with. So I'm going to leave. So yeah, you could make the choice, but there are some people that are just that sadistic. There are some people that are just that desperate. There are some people that are just that mentally conditioned.
But they know
to do it.
They know better. Because here's the thing.
Hey.
What do you think? If anybody understands the military, they know the military is broken up in companies, right? That's your companies. Your MOS is under companies. All right, you this company, you this company, you this company. That's already a sign. This is business. You just working for a different kind of business.
Doesn't matter.
Why would they break it in companies? Meaning that you're responsible for artillery. This is your MOS. Y'all all artillery. You
it's
guys
still,
over here, y'all MK Alpha.
Reward,
y'all the
though.
ones that push the paperwork. Y'all the secretaries.
Listen, people, even just to go through the process in the military to get ready for it, like boot camp and all the different things that you have to do. That's mentally, emotionally, and physically conditioning people on a level, right? So if you're being mentally, emotionally, and physically conditioned, that is going to affect your brain. That's going to affect the way that you process information and how you're going to make your decisions. And if you're in a space, again, where you're desperate, you need this, or this, something's off about you and this is something that you find joy in, then you're going to do it for the reward. Same thing with Cassie. At some point, she probably started to enjoy the lifestyle.
She enjoyed it. She enjoyed the sex too.
Listen, when you're doing something long enough,
think about it. You get
when
to
you're
pick,
doing something long enough and you're forced to do it, You have to
None of
numb
those none
yourself
of those
in
sex
order to
workers
do it,
raped
even
her.
if you don't want to.
None of those sex workers raped her.
You didn't hear what I just said.
Yeah, you get to
I just
enjoy
said
it.
that when you're doing something long enough,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. You'll just keep doing it to numb. Like you become numb to it in a sense. It desensitizes you, and now this is just the height of, all right, this is what I'm used to now, so this is what I have to keep doing to sustain this feeling, right? To sustain whatever it is that I'm doing. So I'm not going to say that, yeah, she made it. Of course, she made the decision on some level to interact with these people.
At some point,
However,
at
understanding again how the mind works, understanding the trauma that she was dealing with, you know what I mean? Like all these different things made it's like a perfect storm for
all right.
her.
All right, I
You
gotta go. We
know,
gotta turn it over you, man. You take it easy, hold it down, records, all right?
oh, so people, real quick, just to let y'all know, Kurt is about to jump off. The
Yes.
He's gonna get off the live today with us, and because Red is caught up, it's just gonna be me.
Hold it down,
So I'm gonna
records.
ride it out. You know, I'm gonna shift gears because he don't want to see what I'm talking about. He knows that he agrees with on some level.
Hell no.
Go tell your wife
All
what
right,
I
peace.
said, and I can guarantee you she'll agree with me. But have a good night and enjoy yourself. So yeah, people. Where do I start? I want to go into your power, right? And all these different things that's happening, what's going on in the world, you know, we a lot of it, because it's so overwhelming, can make us feel like, what can you do? What can we do? You know, most people want to itch and complain about it, and totally warranted. I'm not going to say that you're wrong in any way, shape, or form for being upset, for wanting to lash out, for wanting to complain, to see something, and you know, you want to say something. However, this is where I'm gonna get a little bit real with y'all when it comes to different levels of information that a lot of people don't understand, and they're being siphoned by this. Meaning, if you truly understood the power of your mind, the power of your word, the power of your thoughts, the power of your mind, you truly understood that that is your power. Like, you know how people always say, God is within you. The power of God is within you. This is within you. It's not that it's within you. You are it. You're the whole thing, right? And your mind is that very power that is within you. It's like, if something is within you, what is it? It's your mind. Are we going to talk about your liver and your heart and your lungs and your spleen? Is that's the thing that's within you? No, there is an inherent consciousness, a powerful level of consciousness that you are, that is flowing through you at all times because it is you. Like everything about you is made of this consciousness. It's even formed in the same pattern as everybody else. You can look it up. This is the flower of life, right? Everything that you could think of that exists in this world, and what you can't see, what you can see, is all this pattern. That's what it is. So let me bring it back. Now, your mind, people that understand this information, it's not about right or wrong, because technically everything just is. We place our meanings on things, just like how before when Kurt wanted to justify the military because it's legal, it's okay. No, that's just a belief that was imposed on doing something that is wrong to make it look right, but it really just is, right? So since everything just is, they understand this and they know the power of your mind. Like when we are all focused on the same thing and we're all putting our energy towards the same thing together, we can move mountains, right? So these people understand this information, so they know, as long as I keep you distracted and focused on all of these atrocities, all of these horrors, all these negative things, you're not focused on a solution. You're not focusing on what you can do that will actually create the change that's needed. You're just more like, it's stirring up your emotions. So now they're taking your power and directing it to where they want it. They meaning the ones that are behind the media, the ones that are behind the movies, the ones that are behind all these different propagandas that are out right now telling you how to think. So, one of the reasons why Awareness Academy is here, 411, because I want to give you the 411 on the power of your mind. Like, this is not a cliche. This is not a joke. I'm not playing. This is something you can measure. This is something that you can equate. Like, your mind, you could put, they could put a cap on your head with these different electrodes and measure the energy coming from your brain, like the levels of frequency, the levels of energy coming from your brain, right? That's literal energy. So now when you choose to take control of your mind, meaning you shut out anything that is irrelevant towards betterment of you and others. If it doesn't benefit you and others, and it's really kind of like the distraction, that's where we need to focus. But I really, from what I understand, it truly starts with yourself. And what I mean by that is, one, understanding that your mind is your power, your word is your power, your thoughts, your beliefs. That is what your power is. That's your power. And that power powers the rest of you. You know, the thoughts that you think, the beliefs that you have, and the words that you speak is what moves you in towards the direction of whatever it is, or aim or task it is that you want to achieve. So, how do you get control of your mind? How do you master your own mind? Firstly, you have to admit to yourself that your mind is your power. That's the first thing. The next thing you want to do is start to pay attention to the way that you think. Pay attention to the way that you think as if you were watching yourself in a movie and you're just watching your thoughts. That's one, because you cannot solve anything or make any changes to something unless if you're truly looking at it and you're acknowledging it for what it is. This is what taking responsibility actually means. Like, people think when you say, oh, you got to take responsibility for something, that means now, oh, so you're saying it's my fault? You saying this is my fault? No, taking responsibility is just acknowledging what is and acknowledging the part that you play in whatever that particular event or situation or circumstance is. That's taking responsibility. It's like flashing a flashlight on it. Oh, that thing is there. Okay. Because I'm here and I'm looking at it, that means in some way, shape, or form, I'm playing a part in this. So now what? Now what do I do? You know, taking responsibility is like, you spilled the milk was spilled. You can sit there and say, oh, it spilled because of this. Oh, I wasn't XYZ. You can come up with a million reasons on why you spilled the milk. But taking responsibility for it is just acknowledging that I had a part in this milk spilling on the floor. Now what? That's it. It's very simple. So, with mastering your mind, you want to recognize, like I said, you want to pay attention to the way you're thinking. And now you want to start to think on purpose, meaning think of something that you, or some, maybe a way of being you want to become, or if there's a, somebody that you idolize and you're like, oh, I want to be more like that person. Or let's say you want to be a millionaire, right? So now you want to go and start studying other millionaires. You want to start seeing what it is that they're doing to become a millionaire. So if a millionaire is telling you, well, I read 5 books a year or more books a year, you know what I mean? If they sit for an hour a day and read a book, that's something that you want to start incorporating, because for you to become something, you have to start acting as if, you start, like, even if you wanted to learn a skill, like say you wanted to learn martial arts, right? Once you put that gi on and you start learning all those blocks, and you're just you being there is you on the path of becoming a martial artist. You have to show up. You have to be there. You have to put in the work, the conditioning that it takes to become a martial artist. So if you want to become a millionaire, you have to start to embody and become the things that will help to get you from where you are to where you want to be. So back to how to master your mind. Journaling is probably one of the most powerful tools that I've used to help me master my mindset, because I actually talk about it in my book, and I don't know where it is right now. But my book, The Secret Power of Journaling, this book was, I actually wrote this book because I was creating journals. I know where it is. I got it. Here it is. The Secret Power of Journaling. The Secret Power of Journaling. This is also available in audiobook. So if you don't have time to sit and read a book, you can listen to it. And it's in my voice. So hopefully you're okay with listening to my voice. So I wrote that book because I wanted to explain to people the science of why journaling is so powerful, and also the many ways that you can use it to master your mindset. So I'm gonna give y'all some of the tea. You want to just start free writing, just to get yourself started. Just write down anything that you're thinking at the moment that you're thinking. It doesn't even matter. If you're thinking about, oh, I want to get something to eat right now. I'm hungry. I don't know what I want to eat. Maybe I'm going to go get this. Maybe I'm going to go get that. Write it down. Think of somebody or something that's bothering you. Even write that down. The whole point is that you want to see your pattern of thought. You want to go back in a few days and read what you wrote, just so you can get an idea of the way that you think. Right now, once you notice the way that you're thinking, are you thinking about things that are helping you? Are you thinking about things that are making you upset? Which one is it that you're thinking of? If you notice that a lot of your mindset is thinking about things that make you upset, that's what you want to focus on in changing. So this is where finding your peace is very helpful, or how you can find your peace. From what I learned, the fastest way to find your peace is through journaling. Through practicing gratitude. And using journaling is a way to do it. So a way to practice gratitude, I would say, first thing in the morning, when you first wake up, get you a book. It could be a marble notebook, or you can go on my website, manifesthappinessnow.com. And I have guided journals that I created for practicing gratitude day and night. Also for practicing gratitude for 30 days. Really, it's a 90-day book. And you want to just write down the things that you're grateful for and the reasons why you're grateful for them. And if you continuously keep practicing that, eventually you're going to start to feel more at ease, because you're so focused on what you're grateful for, you're not thinking about all the things that's bothering you. So the less time that you're feeling bothered, the more time now you're actually feeling good. So when you're actually feeling good, that is the time in the moment where ideas start to come. That's when you start noticing the differences from when something brings you out of that good feeling. Now you're starting to master your mind, because you're like, oh, if I think about this, I feel this way. And this is where your emotional system it's like the biggest gift you were ever given is your emotions. And we weren't taught this, because this is you knowing your power. So here I am. I want to give you this real quick. So your emotions is the guidance system to let you know where you're at in terms of what you're thinking. Right? So whenever you're thinking of something and it makes you feel uncomfortable in that moment, that means that your emotion is telling you right now what you're thinking is not going to help you. It's going to hurt. And that's why it's hurting. Right. And if you keep thinking this way, it's going to keep hurting. It's going to get worse, and the pain is going to get more, because the pain is the very indicator to let you know that what you're thinking right now, it's not helping you. So this is where you become responsible and accountable for yourself. And once you notice, wait, I'm in a train of thought right now and it's starting to upset me. What can I do to change this? All right, go get a journal. This is the quickest thing. You can even write in your phone. If you're fast with your fingers and your mind can move as fast as your fingers, go for it. Right? You want to start writing down what you're thinking and then start slowly writing the things now that is how you want to feel. I would 100% say this, and a lot of people don't teach this. You can't just shift gears. You know, if you're really upset about something, you can't just go from pissed off to now practicing gratitude. That middle point is the acknowledgement aspect, where you want to acknowledge how you're feeling. You want to empathize with yourself with the way that you're feeling. And you want to give that feeling space to exist, meaning I completely understand why I feel this way. You, out of all the people that you know this is why you feel the way you feel from whatever the situation is that has you feel. So you want to give yourself grace in a sense for feeling upset and where you're at. That is the part that starts to slow it down. Once you start feeling yourself feel a little better from doing that, now you want to start practicing the gratitude. You know, too much positive thinking is actually not good for you, because you are valid in feeling and thinking the way that you do. So you have to allow that to be there because it's there for a reason. But you're not allowing it to a point where you're dwelling on it. You know, I mean, allowing again, where you're just giving it space. And now you shift your mind to where you want it. And you keep practicing this every single day. After doing it for 22 days, I think it's 2 weeks. It takes 2 weeks to break a habit. It takes 90 days to create a new habit. Why? Why? Because as you're giving yourself new information, you're having these synapses in your neurons are firing off in your brain, and it's creating these new pathways. And as you continuously practice something for the 30-day period, the 60-day period, the 90-day period, you're solidifying those connections. Neurons that fire together, wire together. So if you're continuously, you know, repetitious, that's why repetition is what helps to train your mind. If you continuously, repetitiously, and discipline, you stay on top of this, now you'll start to create those new neural pathways in your brain. Once you create those neural pathways, now you're changing who you are, because who you are right now is a culmination in all the neural pathways that you've created in your life through all this time. And you got to love on all that, because that's what got you to where you are, right? That's why I'm saying give yourself the grace. I talk about self-forgiveness a lot too. Self-forgiveness is giving that space. You know, that's really what it is. Like, to forgive something is forgive. You're giving it space. You're giving that space to exist. It is what it is. And you don't have to have a reaction to it anymore. That's what forgiving something is, right? So whether you're forgiving yourself, as in acknowledging the way you feel, giving that space and grace to exist, loving on yourself for the way that it feels, you know, not loving it yourself for the way that it feels, but loving the fact that you're having a feeling. Like, this is all part of the life experience. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of times why people want to exit this life is because they don't like the way they feel. The feeling is off. They feel and believe a certain way about things, and they want relief from that discomfort. So just like you can mentally bring yourself into these places, you can mentally bring yourself out. I've even said before, you are responsible. Better yet, you create your pain. You do. You don't want to admit it, but you create it, because the very pain that you're feeling, the very upsetness that's happening, that you're experiencing in that moment, is being generated by you. Yes, an outside situation might have triggered it, but the trigger can't trigger something that's not there. So if you're having a reaction to something, that's you. You're creating that. So just in the same how you can create your pain, you can also create your peace. And you create your peace by getting a hold and mastering your mindset. So another exercise that you can use with journaling is manifestation, right? A lot of people want to know about that part. Manifest. How do I manifest money? That's always the first one. Me too. Same thing, right? So I gave some type of. I spoke about this before, but I'm gonna give y'all, the 411 now. To manifest money, you need to connect with money, but money's an energy. That's number one. Money is energy, period. Everything is energy, technically, right? So with money, you want to connect to that frequency. So how you do it with journaling is you want to write down, this is just an example. I love having $100, or yeah, well, let's say you want $100 right now. Say that's what you need right now. You need $100, right? So now you just start, I love having $100. Holding $100 bill in my hand feels so good. I love feeling the paper of this $100 bill, feeling all the grooves, seeing all these different signs, all these different images and such. You want to get so descriptive that you can literally feel yourself like as if you have that $100 right now. And you practice writing that out. Like I just gave you some examples, but you can, let your imagination take wild. And you want to do this for at least 15 minutes, right? So you want to write this down. I love having $100. Oh, I love going to the store, and when they break the $100 and they give me back the change, and I love knowing that this $100 in my pocket. Whatever it is, just get as descriptive as you can, as if in this moment that you have it, for 15 minutes. After that 15 minutes up, drop it, leave it alone, let it go, walk away, go do something else, go get into something else, drop it and just let it be. This is where you're giving it space, right? Just allowing that all to exist. It is what it is. Yay. Walk away. If you practice that every day for, it might even take 3 days, really. I did it in one, but it might take 3 days. It might take a week. It might take 3 weeks. But my point is if you continuously practice this feeling, this frequency, because as you're practicing that, you're starting to feel good. You're starting to feel like you have the $100. So now you're aligning with the frequency of that money, right? So once you align with it, whoop, it comes right into your experience. You'll find $100. Somebody will call you that owed you $100. You'll get a check in the mail for $100. Maybe you'll be inspired to go buy a lottery ticket and you win $100, or somebody will just give you $100, or if you have a job, maybe they'll give you extra, $100, whatever it is. Just continually do that. Like, I remember I was doing an exercise with myself for like, I want to say maybe 3 weeks or so, maybe 2 to 3 weeks, that every day I was just imagining myself counting money, right? I didn't specify my money though. That's where I messed up at. And this is another thing. You have to be so precise when you're asking for something, because you gotta, you ever heard of be careful what you wish for? You might just get it. You gotta be very precise. So I'm doing this visualization exercise where in my hands I'm seeing myself counting money, just counting money, counting. Why, like a week or two after me doing that, I was put in a position at this time I was doing something for my job, and I was put into a position where I had to collect money from everybody. And it was like 50 people. I had to collect money from everybody and sit there and count it. I was so mad when I realized as I'm counting it, I just like, I did one of those like, man, that's not what I meant. Cause I was counting the money to put towards something else that had nothing to do with my pockets. So I was like, let me do this again. So then I started to imagine that I had my money in my dresser, right? I started to see myself putting money in my dresser, putting this cash in my dresser. And every day I practiced this for like maybe another week or two. Every day, I'm just imagining that for like 10, 15 minutes. I'm putting money, I'm counting it, And I kid you not, within a week or two, this cash just started coming out of nowhere, whether somebody owed me money or I got this extra check, or I found it. I remember getting into the frequency. I found $20 one day. I found $40 the next day. This is outside. Crazy. I'm telling you. Learn to master your mind. I got to jump off from here, but I hope that this was somewhat helpful for everybody. Master your mindset. That's my message for this evening. So I hope everybody enjoyed today's episode. I'm your girl, Wendy Zizzo, Kirk the Jerk, and Nappy Red. We'll be back next week. So peace and blessings, everybody. Your girl, Zizzo, out. Wait. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Usually Kirk is the one to end everything for me. So, now I'm kind of doing it myself. But yeah, peace, everybody. Till next time. Play. Good at this. Oh, but actually, before I go, I want to hit y'all with the Posy Balls because y'all need to know about the Posy Balls. I didn't even talk about the Posy Balls.
Manifest happiness now. Change your life now with positive affirmation balls. Simply roll, read the positive message, receive it, and smile, and roll it again. 4 different balls that will make you feel good about life. Posy balls, what you put in your mind matters.
Just real quick, I created those to help you to train your mindset. So yeah, check those out. Posy balls. Again, everybody, peace and blessings. I'm your girl, Wendy Zizzo, and everybody be back next week. Peace.